Welcome back, guys. This is the third video from our product showcase landing page from Adobe XD to WordPress series, and today we will be creating the about section and the feature section that you see right now on your screen. If you haven't seen the last two videos, I'll leave a link to the playlist up here on your screen and down in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Now let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so before we get started, I would like to let us know that I'm running a group, a Facebook group to be precise, where I list all the free templates I make, and I also offer help to whoever needs help on their projects or help using Elementor or WordPress in general. So I'll be leaving a link down in the description below. Make sure you join the group if you can. Alright, with that being said, let's jump into today's video. Okay, so in the last section we created this hero part right here, and then previously we did the header, now the hero. So what we are going to be doing now is this section you see right here, this part, this part, this part, and also this feature part. So I'm trying to split things up instead of splitting the videos too much. So I'm picking two sections this time around. From this part right here to this one right here, it is the about section, while this particular section you see right here is the feature section. This is the features of these sneakers this person is holding. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, we are back in the Elementor page builder. Alright, the previous section we did this part, which is this hero section here. So moving forward, let's continue with the about section we just spoke about right now. So getting this part done is what we are focusing on right now. Let's do this. I'm gonna create two sections, and in this section I want to drag in an image, the first section. Okay, first let me increase the content width of the whole section to about 1200. That is just fine for me. Then the image, I'm going to change that to this one right here. Okay, so the next step, I'm going to drag in a heading, and let's just copy this text and replace with that. Okay, in the style section, let's see what we can do. First of all, automatically my font is set to Montserrat. So as you can see, I just changed to Montserrat and there's no changes. So I did that from the site settings right here. You can also do it yourself. Okay, so let's play with the size a bit. I think 35 is fine. I'm gonna give it some line height, about 1.2. Okay, then we have some dummy content. I'm just going to drag in a text editor, and I'm going to duplicate what it has here already, and maybe delete a few. Okay, let's go to the set the styles, and then let's make the font 16 and the weight 400. That's fine. I'm going to give it this column, the second column, I'm going to give it a padding left of 50 pixel, and then I'm going to set the column, the vertical align, I'm going to put it in the middle so it stays like that. This entire section, I want to give it a padding as well, a padding top of let's do 100, and the bottom of 100 as well. Okay, now we have a button that says continue reading. So instead of creating an entire button again, let's just copy the one we did in the previous class. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it in here. Okay, so it says continue reading, so I'm just going to change the button to continue reading, and that is all you need to do right here. So let's save this and see what we have. Okay, so this is pretty much this entire section right here, guys. Don't need to do any other thing further. We've just achieved this part now. So moving forward, let's have a section with a column, just one column, and I'm going to increase the height, give it a minimum height of about 60 view height. That should be fine for this. Okay, 60 view height is okay. So I'm going to come to the style, and where it says background type, I'm going to click on classic and give it an image, which is this right here. So I'm going to put this in the center, which is center, and the size I'm going to make it cover. Now I'm going to come to the background overlay. I want to give it an overlay of this same color, so I'm just going to copy this color. Let's go to the style and let's grab this color code. Let's come back to our section and then open up the background overlay panel. Click on the classic again, but this time around click on color and then paste in the color we just copied. The color code is 054858. So I'm going to increase the opacity a bit to about 59. Okay, so what we want to do next is drag in a heading, and then as you can see we have Metcon 6 and 100% breathable. So we're going to write Metcon 6 and put it in the center. Go to the style and make the text white. Typography, automatically is my default typography, like I said earlier, is Montserrat, so you might want to change yours, but I'll just leave mine as default. So I'm going to come to the weight and make it 800, the transform to uppercase, and I'm going to play with the size. Think about that. Yeah, okay, let's make it 100 or 105. Let's drag in another heading. This time around we'll call it 100% breathable, and we'll place it in the center as well. Go to the style tab and give it a white color as well. Then let's play with the size, about that. Okay, let's update. Okay, this is good. So guys, as you can see, bit by bit we are already achieving our tutorial for today. So now let's get a third section, which is this part. So but in this case, since we already have it here, all we need to do is just copy and paste it here. And then the easiest way, instead of creating everything again, so copy paste is better. All you need to do is just drag in this column into this other column and drop it. So if you remember, we gave this particular column here a margin left, a padding left of 50%. This time around we're going to take it off from left and put it to the right. That is all, guys. That is everything you need to do there. So we're going to save this. Let's add a section so that we can at least have some gap in the bottom. Let's make it fit to screen, and let's update this one more time and preview it in another tab. So here is our design. As you can see, it is pretty sick, awesome design. Okay, one more thing, we need to change this sneaker right here. As you can see, we have another version here, while this, the top one is another version, this is another version. So that is pretty easy to change any image. All you need to do is click on the image and click on choose image, and then you just select the image you'd like to use. That is all for that section. So we'll update it one more time and let's see our changes. So there you go, guys, this is our new image. So this is it for this section. Now let's see how we can achieve this part right here. So this is a little bit tricky part, but we'll see how we can achieve it in a minute. So let's go back to our editor, and now let's create a new section with 2 columns, and we're going to go to the star and give it our image. We have this background image right here, just copy that. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, this is basically 2 columns. So let's do that. Let's drag in an inner section, this inner section into this column. But first, let's come back to this general section and let's just give it a padding top and bottom, 100 padding top and bottom, so we have enough room to see what we are doing. Okay, so in the first column we'll drag in our inner section, and now what we're going to do is drag in a heading into the first inner section. It's going to be inside the inner section, not the column. Okay, and we're going to call this 01 point. We'll come back here in the color. Let's paste in that same color we copied before and increase, make it a bit lighter. Okay, this is fine. I'm using 4ED0EF. Okay, now we have stability and duration. I'm going to copy that, come back here, paste in another heading into the second column inside the inner section. So I'm going to paste in the text I just copied, and what I'm going to do is play with the gap, the width of the inner section. I'm just going to play with that till I'm okay with it. I think about 15 is fine. Another way to do this is you can just click on it, and right here you can just set the value of what you want. So for that, I'm going to do that, and for this column, as it is selected, I'm going to unlink the padding because I want it to stick to the top. I'm going to come down to Okay, I'm going to click on the number and come to typography under the style section, and I'm just going to increase the size a bit to about 50. Yeah, 50 is fine. So the heading we just pasted in here, let's go to the style section and let's make the text white. We'll drag in a text editor underneath the heading, and just some random, okay, just some random text. Come down to the star and give it a white color, but this time around let's reduce the opacity a bit. About that, it's fine. Okay, so guys, we now have the first feature of this snippet. So what you want to do next is this inner section right here, just right click on that and then duplicate it. So what I'm going to do is this secondly duplicate, make sure it is selected, come down to the advanced tab, unlink the margin and give it a top margin of about 30% or 30 pixel. 30 pixel is fine for this case, and this is what we have. Okay, so we're just going to change the feature text. This is breathable, and the number, obviously it is number 2. Now I'm going to duplicate it one more time, and it already has the margin top we gave to this one is automatically on this one as well, so you don't need to do it again. So all you need to do is change your text one more time, copy this and let's paste it in here, and for this we're gonna make it 3, just like that, guys. This is as simple as it looks. So let's increase the weight a bit. Let's make it about, let's click on this column and make it 60 column width. Save the changes and let's see it in action. Okay guys, as you can see, it is awesome. So but one thing we forgot to do was to rearrange the background image so it will look like what it is right here. So that was a mistake from me. Actually, I'm sorry about that. When I gave this section an image, I should have set the position and the the size. So the position should be center while the size should be cover, and with that little tweak we achieve this same exact style we see right here. Let's see, and as you can see, it is as it is right now. Okay guys, so we've accomplished the whole video for today. This is as simple as as you're looking at it right now. There's nothing there. It is just some easy drag and drop stuff using Elementor. We have the column, the section, and then the widget. We're just dragging everything in and changing some few settings. That is how we're able to achieve this. So it is nothing serious. I tell you, Elementor is pretty easy. All you need to do is free your mind and you'll be able to accomplish whatever you're trying to do with Elementor. Okay guys, so let's see the mobile version for this. As you can see, the mobile version is not looking nice at all. Okay, so what you want to do first, let's click on this column so we can remove that padding here or reduce it. Let's see if we unlink this padding now, you can see how it is. So let's just give it like maybe 10 padding left, so it pushes off the edge of the phone a little bit. And then for the size of this text, let's see 25. Okay, 25 is fine in this case. And for this text, we're just going to play with the size till we're okay about that. And for this as well, we're going to do the same thing about that. Let's make it 25. All right, so we're just going to do what we did for that other part here. Unlink this and give it a 10 pixel left padding. So this is pretty much everything, guys. Let's reduce the size of this text like we did to the other one. I think we gave it 25 pixel as well. Okay, so now wow, this is already looking good. If you ask me, this is pretty okay. Don't anything to touch right here, but there is one thing I'd like to do. Okay, let me see if I can reduce this text typography. Let's see, 25 is fine. And for this, let's make it let's see, 30, no, 40, 50. Okay, let's just leave this at 50. I think 50 is the default size. Let's leave it at that. But the other text, let's change the size to 25. And for this as well, 25. Okay, this is good. So one more thing I'd like to do, as you can see, the person holding the sneakers, the image is no more showing, and we have this extra column right here which is not going to show in the end view of the website, which is the original view. As you can see, the column is not showing, so the column is pretty much dormant, not doing anything. So let's put that column to good use. Now what we're going to do is click on this column, come down to the style tab. Okay, you know what, let's just drag in an image into the column instead. So into the column, drag in an image and let it go. Now click on the image. I'm going to give it the same image of that person. Okay, make it full. Now what I'm going to do, instead of making this image down here, it's best if it is up. I don't know about you, but I think I prefer if it is up. But let's just play with it and see how it looks. So I'm going to click on this entire section right here, and I'm going to click on the advanced tab where it says responsive. I'm going to click on reverse column mobile. As you can see, it says reverse columns mobile. So if I should toggle this on, see what happens. So it brings the image to the top and push those text to the bottom, as you can see right there. But this is going to be applicable only on this mobile version. Now what we're going to do is hide this image for the desktop and for the tablet version, so that this image only shows up here in the mobile version, because the PC version or the desktop version already has it right here. So we don't need it for the we don't need this one again to start appearing on top of this one. It's going to look a little bit weird. So let's just hide it from the desktop and the tablet version like that. Okay, so now I don't like the fact that there's still some space showing right here. So what I'm going to do is, while selecting this section here, I'm going to come to the advanced tab. For this section, I'm going to unlink the padding so that we can get that to the top right there. And yeah, okay, I'm going to give it a bottom padding though of maybe 100. Bottom padding of 100 should be fine. And then for this column right here, I'm going to come to the advanced tab, unlink the padding as well, and then unlink the margin and give it a bottom of about 30 pixel. Okay, 30 pixel is fine. So let's save this and see what we have. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, there's an issue. We are not supposed to hide this entire section. I think we've been hiding this entire section this whole time, which is wrong actually. So let's come back to this responsive mode. Oh no, so we are only supposed to reverse the column on mobile, not hide on desktop. What we were supposed to hide actually was this column where we have this image. That is the only column we're supposed to hide from other versions of the website. Okay, but instead let's even hide the image itself. Let's click on this image and come down to the advanced tab, the responsive, and then let's hide it on desktop and tablet. We were actually hiding the entire section, and that is why we weren't seeing it here on our preview tab. So right now it should be showing right there. Okay, so as you can see, there is no two image of this person right here. It is just this one, because the one we added, we hid it on the mobile, the PC version and the tablet version. So let's inspect this. Right click and inspect and see the mobile view. As you can see guys, the mobile view, it is showing pretty well, and everything is well aligned and perfectly done. Okay, I think I might give this text some padding right, and this one as well. So let's quickly do that. This text, this heading needs some padding right, or you know what, let's give the padding to the entire section here, the entire column rather. So let's come to this column, and then the padding, let's make it 10 on the right as well. Let's do the same thing for this one. On the padding, let's make it 10 on the right. Let's save that and see what we get. Okay guys, let's see. Yes, so it is no more touching the edge again, so this is better. Okay guys, this is it for this video, this tutorial. As you can see, everything is very responsive, fully responsive, and it works well. So we are already accomplishing this task of turning this Adobe XD design into a fully functional website. Just imagine where we are right now, from this top all the way down here. So what we are left with is this part, which is the most complicating part. This part I think should be the, if you're just starting with Elementor, this part should be maybe something you should look out for, because it's going to be the most complex part, and you should try to learn everything. How I'm going to be making this fit in right here, how I'm going to be making this slider where you can slide through the items you want to purchase. That's the colors of the items you want to purchase. If you click on this, it takes you to the next color. Click on this, takes you to the previous color, and there is a purchase button right here, as you can see. So this is the purchase section right here. So guys, you need to stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell icon so you get notified as I drop the content. Okay guys, I think I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to join the Facebook group. I will leave the link down below. If you have any question pertaining this series or any question at all, you can ask me right there on the group, and I'll answer you as quick as I can as possible. All right, I'll see you on the next video guys. Peace.